So I've seen this tag, I'm not sure if it's a tag, floating around on YouTube for maybe like half a year now, and I thought it looked like a fun thing to do. I kind of appreciated how it was a bit of a break from the sometimes extra enthusiasm of all beauty gurus over makeup products. So I wanted to give it a try. Recently, this summer, I assume from the pretty much unheard of extreme sun and warmth we're getting for the UK here, my skin has been giving me more hassle than it ever has in my life, I think. So I thought, what better way to truly fuck it up than by sticking a load of products on my face that I openly hate and think are bad for it. So I'm going to start with the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer Instant Pore Eraser. It's supposed to give you smooth, poreless looking skin, and weirdly says only for adults on it. Oh, okay, the baby thing, okay, I get it, I'm with you, Maybelline. I think a lot of people really like this, but to me it's so slippy feeling once it's on your face. I can't get into it. I feel like my face just becomes a slip and slide for any product that I put on afterwards. You know, it probably is pretty good at filling in pores, which is part of what it's claiming to do. But for me, the purpose of a primer is to make your base stay on properly. And I really don't feel like that's what this does. Now my primer's done, I'm going to go in with this thing. I honestly still don't know what this is supposed to be, and I've had it for like years now. It is the Body Shop Illuminating Face Base. You have to twist it around like this, so it's nearly impossible to get anything out of, and I still don't see what it's supposed to do. It just makes my face look slightly salmon pink coloured. I assume maybe it's supposed to be for darker skin tones, but I swear this was the lightest one. Yeah, it's 01, it says it right here. Come on, focus. Well, it does. So this is supposed to be for the lighter skin tone, and this does not work for me in the slightest. It's just odd. And I bought it years ago when I was quite young, and I just thought it was cool because it looked a bit like a paintbrush. That noise is hideous as well that it makes. Oh, okay, that was too much. Way too much. Oh no, I'm not going to be able to use the paintbrush thing to spread it around. This is a mess for future me to sort out. I think I'm going to try spreading this in with my fingers because I want to use my beauty blender for my foundation that I'm putting on next. But I think this might need something that soaks up a bit of it. Yikes. Okay, with a combination of these two things on now, I'm going to be amazed if I manage to get any foundation to stay on my face, because it already feels oversaturated. For my foundation, I'm going to go in with the 17 Blemish BB Balm, which claims to be an all-in-one magic makeup and skincare. I accidentally bought this in medium instead of light, so that is going to be playing a considerable part in the fact I don't like it or use it. But I still feel like this is pretty orange anyway, even for a medium colour. And I just don't feel like it covers much up either. I don't know, maybe I'm being completely unfair on it because I was an idiot and brought the wrong colour. But we'll see. And if I was really doing all of these things the way I would most hate them, then I would definitely use a foundation brush for this, because I hate putting on foundation with a brush. I just think it looks streaky, uneven. I don't know how anybody uses foundation brushes and prefers them to using a sponge. Also, it messes up the brushes. Like, I have like a decent set of brushes where I've just never used the foundation one, because I know from previous use I couldn't get the product out of a foundation brush that I used like once. So it just looks disgusting. It looks like I've never cleaned it ever. But I've cleaned it like 10 times, it just won't come out. To give this the best chance possible though, I'm going to use my beauty blender with it, which is always my go-to applicator for any face product. You know what, I don't think we've got enough on there. I'm gonna slap some more on. You know what, I'll be fair, I don't think if that wasn't like definitely too dark for me, it would look too bad. I don't think it's helped by the weird orange stuff I put on under it, but it's not awful, the product itself, or it doesn't seem to be. It hasn't covered shit, but you know, if you just want to like smooth out your skin tone, I guess it could be alright for you. For contour, I'm going to use the W7 Catwalk Face Shaper, which I bought a while ago and is just wildly too orange for my face. I've tried a few times, but it's just not working for me. And I think I'm going to use my fingers again for this because I am really scared about putting any of my nice brushes into disgusting orange cream products. Might have been a slightly long stripe. I think that's vaguely even. I'm going to stick a bit of it around my forehead. Just because, you know, I'm not sure it's orange enough at the minute. And I'm gonna... oh, maybe I'll do jawline. I don't think I've ever jawline contoured in my entire life. So this isn't really fair, but you know, suck it up. Also, I think I'm going to try and do a nose contour with my pinky finger. And I never ever do cream nose contour either. Okay! I think my nose successfully looks twice the actual size it is. Let's try and blend that in. Sorry. I mean, that doesn't look too horrendous, but I think that's probably because the brush, God bless you, has sacrificed itself to kind of suck up most of the product. To set this mess, I'm going to use this Collection Sheer Loose Powder, which I bought a few years ago when I decided I wanted to try baking for the first time, and I was like, oh, I can use any old like shitty loose powder for this. I just didn't have any at the time. So I bought this one, which I think was probably maybe like £2. Just one with literally the cheapest I could find. Put me off baking for life. I just stuck a load, like shoved a load of this on my face. Went to brush it off and like next to none came off. I just had like cakey globs under my eyes. It was grim. Let's see if it fares any better today. Again, I'm going to use my beauty blender to try and give this the best possible chance I can. And I might actually attempt a little bit of baking again. Oh, look at that. That's smooth application for you. I'm trying to like buff it in and it's just sticking exactly where I put it. I'm also getting absolutely covered in this, like my clothing is gonna need a wash after. There's another downside of baking I'd forgotten about. Whilst I leave that to do whatever it likes, frankly, I'm gonna do my brows, and I've actually left both my brows filled in at the minute because I want to take off one and then fill in one with this and just show you the difference in shade compared to what I think my brows should be. It seems a pretty good match with my roots, and what the Natural Collection think brown eyebrows should be like. Obviously not everyone's eyebrow shade is the same, but I think you would struggle to find many people for whom this is an accurate match. Now there are two good things about this. One is that this is super cheap, like $1.99 I think. And two, for that price, it comes with a decent spoolie on the end, so that was a nice plus. But as you're about to see, the colour is not ideal. Yeah, I'm scratching really quite hard at my eyebrow to try and get this to do something. And I'm not getting far with it. And this is my better eyebrow as well. Like, I hate to think what it'll do when I take this one off. Replace it with this, because I have to fill in like a little bit of the shape in this one, and this is barely managing to like tint them. I don't think you're getting the full like difference between this shade and this shade on the camera, but like trust me, this is like so much cooler toned than this one. Oh, and just the cherry on the cake there, brushing them through with the spoolie removes like 90% of the product that you've just spent however long scraping onto your face. I give up. Basically, if you want eyebrows that look like you've just gone to sleep at a preschool and a child has gone to town on your face with an orange Crayola, then this is the eyebrow product for you. If not, maybe look into like Anastasia or something. For eyeliner, I'm going to use this Rimmel gel eyeliner that I got after really liking a brown one I got super cheap from Maybelline, but not wanting to pay the full price for the black version. So I got this instead because it was slightly cheaper. This is so dry. It's like trying to wipe like a wax crayon on your eyelid and get a decent like slick colour payoff line. It's literally, you can see, hopefully here, it has a big crack down the middle where it's that dry. It's ridiculous. And I'm going to use this on a brush which I'm also not a great big fan of, which is weird because normally I like all the Real Techniques things, but this is a silicone liner brush. Just stick to a brush. I was interested in this for the novelty, but just the amount of product you have to put on this to get the same effect as putting a tiny bit on a brush is just not worth it. It's definitely a novelty thing. It is, however, really good for doing nail art with, if you're interested in that. Just nothing's coming off, and when it does, it comes off in blobs. This is new. It's so thick, it's actually pinned down one of my eyelashes and stuck it to my lid. That's amazing. You know what, I'm actually quite impressed with myself for managing to pull off any kind of cat eye, even a shit one with this stuff. I've got to try and do the left though. Vaguely, sort of, not really-ish match, so I'm gonna leave it at that. For lower liner, I'm gonna use this Body Shop Carbon Black Eye Definer. Now, the Body Shop is great for ethical things like First Tree Against Animal Testing, brilliant, completely back it up. Would love to love their makeup. For some reason, their products just don't seem to agree with my face, and their eyeliners are just rock solid. I don't know why this is. Every eyeliner I've ever had from the Body Shop, they're all like scraping your eyeball to get any kind of colour payoff. I look like most of the girls in my class from like year 8, when everyone came in with clump mascara, orange faces and like ringed black eyes with no attempt at blending whatsoever. You know, the golden days of the Maybelline Dream Mousse. One thing is this does come with a blender on the end, so I'm going to attempt to do some kind of blending with this, but I'm not holding high hopes, to be honest. Ow, this is even harder than the eyeliner. What the fuck? I am squashing that with like most of my strength and it barely moves. That's rock solid. This is ridiculous. Why would you design this? Ow. 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 For mascara, I'm going to use the Thick and Fast Soap and Glory mascara, but for me this could be any mascara that has one of these style brushes. Focus. Basically like a non-plastic brush like this. Really don't like them. This mascara, on the other hand, the No. 7 Extreme Length Waterproof, is my holy grail of mascara. Oh my god, I love this. And this is the exact kind of brush that I look for if I'm ever trying out new mascaras. This just makes my eyelashes like spread out so much. It looks like I have like 700 eyelashes. It makes them look really long. It makes them look thicker. These types of mascaras, on the other hand, don't seem to make my eyelashes look any longer. They just clump them together in an attempt at volume and do very little else in my experience. Oh, this is like, it's impossible to not blob it on your eyelid. It's really liquidy. I honestly think my eyelashes looked better before I put this on. It's that bad. It's just spidery and clumpy and just very, very ugly. So for lipstick, I have forgotten to brush this bake off, and it looks like it's basically all been absorbed anyway, and I don't have oily skin. You know what? That is actually not done a half bad job. I'm quite impressed with that. I think I've been unfair on that powder. Maybe it's decent. They probably don't make it anymore, but maybe it's decent and I've just been hating on it for years. Anyway, for lips, I'm going to use this Natural Collection. Yes, again, I'm really sorry I keep hating on Natural Collection. They're really cheap, so you know, you're not expecting like miracles from most of their products, but they do have some that I really, really like. This is their Moisture Shine lipstick in Apple Blossom. And it looks like this. It's very broken. It snapped off the first time I used it, I think, so not great. Basically though, the reason why I have this is because I have this lip liner, which is in the shade Almond, which is the absolute perfect nude lip colour for me. I love this thing. And I was trying to find a lipstick shade that would match it. These two are quite similar and they were the best match I could find at the time. Hopefully it will focus. But this is slightly lighter and the difference this makes on my face is ridiculous. This lovely, like barely there nude colour. This, I look like one of those girls who used to apply concealer for lipstick. You know, everyone had them in school a few years ago. This is horrible on me. It washes me out, it makes my lips look disgusting. Just generally really not good for me. I know who I look like. If you remember the, in retrospect, morally really questionable show Snog, Marry, Avoid, I look like one of the many, many girls who went on that who wanted to be Barbie and were obsessed with Barbie pink, and they all had lips that were too light for their faces. As the final crowning turd on this horrible look, I'm going to use this High Shine lip treatment from The Body Shop, and this is just one of these lip glosses that I cannot stand because it's so sticky. It's just like having your lips constantly stuck together by some horrible sweet all day. It globs out like this. I think this is going to remove most of my lipstick. It smells delicious. That's one bonus to it. Horrible. This feels so grotesque. I don't know how people keep this on. And so here we have it, the disgusting finished look. Try to think of some good points to say about this. In all fairness, the powder was nowhere near as bad as I thought it would be. So my base actually doesn't look horrible apart from being a completely wrong shade for me. That's it, that's all I've got. Can't think of anything else good to say. I can't wait to get this disgusting mess off my face, which I'm just about to go and do. Fingers crossed there'll be no lasting damage. If you like this video, then please give it a like, maybe comment, subscribe. It's up to you, it's a free country. And hopefully I will see you in my next video looking absolutely nothing like this. Bye!